In this tutorial, we will cover the library application Workspace 4 and 5, the event view. We assume that you already have a Mediabank account and that you are logged in. If not, please see our section for how to log in. We also assume that you're familiar with the search function and the first 3 workspaces in Mediabank. If not, please see our other tutorials. We will start with the overview of Workspace 4 and 5. I'll go ahead and select an asset in Workspace 1 and navigate to Workspace 4. The only difference between Workspace 4 and 5 is that in Workspace 5 you have a wider view, a bigger player, and the search results are located below the player as opposed to on the left. All the functionalities are the same. Workspace 4 and 5 is where you find the in-files events. These events are usually coming from an official statistics provider, so events within the asset have been logged. These events are shown to the right, here sorted by timestamps. This makes it easy for you to navigate and find the event you're looking for within the asset. As you can see, there are several different tabs. The tag list includes all the events logged in your selected asset. It's the exact same tag list that you see in your event timeline. We will come back to the timeline's functionalities in a second. For some types of events, we get additional statistics, such as lineups and start lists, and if that is the case, this will show up in the Information tab. The clip list is where we can build lists we can store in Mediabank so that you can use them later for publishing, exporting and sharing clips, etc. The search events is where you can search for logged events within Mediabank, not only within a specific asset. Keep in mind that event search is not the same as asset search, which is over here. As I mentioned, the tag list also shows up in the event timeline. If you wish to hide the timeline, you can click here. If there are multiple logs for an asset, you can find them by clicking this button and switch. In the list view, the other logs will show up as a different tab next to the official log. The official log is the official statistics for this asset provided by professional plotters. If I click this event, the player will queue up at exactly that point. And if I click View Clip, it will play the clip including the pre- and post-roll. If I choose Load Clip, it will load it in the timeline with this green marker, and you can trim it as you like, either in the timeline itself by dragging, or in the player by using the Mark In and Mark Out buttons. You might want to publish, export or share some events, and that's what Clip List is for. Clip List is your collection of clips that you have stored. Click the New Open tab, give it a name and description, and choose whether you want the clip list to be private, available to a user group, or public for all the users in your account. You could also search for an existing clip list here. When I create a new clip list, it's already loaded as a new tab, and it's also immediately available below the player, ready for you to add clips. Let's navigate back to the tag list and find a clip that we want. Just check the box and click Add to Clip List. You can change the length of the pre- and post-roll on a single event by checking this Use button. If we go back to the clip list, you can see your clips. Clip lists are useful because they're private and because they're saved, so you don't need to find the events later. Go back to your clip list and select the clips you want, then click Add to Mbox. The Mbox is your endpoint for publishing, exporting and sharing. Click on the Mbox you want to use and read the description to make sure it does what you want it to do. Lastly, hit Execute and your chosen clips will be delivered to your destination. Keep in mind you don't have to use a clip list to share and export events. You may select events in the tag list, check the box for pre- and post-roll then, and go directly to Add to Mbox. Note that if you don't go through a clip list, your clips won't be saved as a list anywhere. If you want to search across all the logged clips in Mediabank, you would go to the Search Events tab. Saved searches will appear in tabs here, and you can show which ones to hide by clicking the eye icon, just like you would in Asset Search. You can free text search within the event search, or you can use the event search filters to configure your search. Let's try it. All events tagged that include this search word will show up in the search results. Let's clear this search for now and use the event search filters. You can choose whether you want to match all or any of your criteria here. Let's try to narrow down our search. You may also combine free text search with the even search filters to narrow down your search even more. You can choose to save this specific search and choose who should have access to it. Once you have created the smart search, it will automatically load in the tab. Click the New Reset button to reset the search. What's great about these searches is that they're dynamic. If an event takes place tomorrow and there is an event that fits my search criteria, it will automatically show up in my search results. Should you want to share or publish these events, simply select and add them to an Mbox, like we covered earlier in this tutorial.